Hello everyone, today I want to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers being interested in acquiring Kyle Anderson and Dillon Brooks via trade, only a couple of days after Memphis have pressed some rumors in trading away those two throughout this offseason. That being said, if you do go on to enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. So let's get right into it. And so the report has come out today via the Cavaliers Nation that the Cavs are interested in prying away Dillon Brooks or Kyle Anderson from the Memphis Grizzlies, which is an interesting one to me, especially Kyle Anderson more so than Dillon Brooks in a puzzling sense, because Kyle Anderson is not young anymore. He's towards his late 20s, I believe closer to the age of 30 now. He's not an overly young guy, which fits the timeline of this Cleveland team. He's not someone who's long-term locked up on a contract. He's going to be a free agent after this upcoming season, so you don't even get any long-term security with him, which makes it even weirder to me. Now, sure, he would be a good player for this team. He gives you a little bit of scoring, some experience with this from between the Spurs and Memphis now. He can play either forward position if you want him to. He had a very good breakout season last year, and I think he could play an important role for this Cleveland Cavaliers team. But given he is a bit older, doesn't quite fit the timeline, and is a free agent at the end of the season, it's a little bit odd that the Cavs could be interested in him. That one doesn't really make sense to me. Could it happen? Sure. I don't really know what the Cavs are truly interested in within their front office. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think the Cavaliers would make this trade. And if they do make this trade, I don't think it's a smart move unless they really think that he fits them long term and they feel very confident in re-signing him. But personally, I don't think Kyle Anderson to the Cleveland Cavaliers is likely, or that makes that much sense. Team fit? Sure. I think it works well. He's a very unselfish scorer who can play make for you a bit as well and rebound a bit at those forward spots. I think he'd fit in well unselfishly on that team. But I don't know where the fit is or where the intelligence of that deal is long term with the fit of and the age of this Cleveland Cavaliers team. Dillon Brooks, however, that I find a lot more interesting. Because Dillon Brooks is a 25-year-old guard or small forward. He could play either, primarily does play shooting guard, of course, though, who really broke out on the offensive end towards the back end of last year, has proven to be someone who can create his own shot, get buckets, and is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. He does still have 2 years left on his contract before they would have to give him a new contract. Don't worry about him in unrestricted free agency, so that one makes a little bit more sense. So it really just turned down to what is the package that they're going to have to give up. Based on the report that I'm reading here from Cavaliers Nation, the report is saying Larry Nance and a combination of future picks is what they're hoping will get Memphis biting. And maybe for Kyle Anderson, that makes sense. But if you're Cleveland, why would you trade away Larry Nance and a future first for Kyle Anderson, someone who can walk in a year? So I think that's a pile of BS. If you're talking about Dillon Brooks, he still has 2 years left on his contract, had the best year of his career last year, and is arguably the second best player on this Memphis Grizzlies team. Why would they trade him for Larry Nance and a first? Maybe if you're throwing in a couple of firsts, maybe then they're tempted. But personally, I just don't understand Dillon Brooks being traded from Memphis at all, and I think that's probably part of my roadblock. But if you're a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, let me know down in the comment section down below what you think about Dillon Brooks or Kyle Anderson potentially being on the Cavaliers roster. The potential trade of Larry Nance, as I know he is very well liked in Cleveland. The history with his father and just his general play style. He's a very good character. He's a hardworking player, a very good guy on this team. So trading him, of course, is a little bit of a concern. Having to give up assets to acquire someone like Kyle Anderson, who could walk in a year, who is also older, not that glue guy like Larry Nance is in Cleveland, has concerns. And so the Kyle Anderson thing doesn't make sense to me at all. The Dillon Brooks one, I'd struggle to see a scenario where Memphis are just happy getting back a couple of first-round picks with the only player return being Larry Nance. Now, long-term for Cleveland, I think the Dillon Brooks fit is great. I think Darius Garland, Dillon Brooks, Isaac Okoro would be great, assuming that Sexton doesn't get re-signed or gets traded. I think this fit of Dillon Brooks and Darius Garland makes a lot more sense than the fit of Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. Dillon Brooks doesn't need to be on the ball as much. He can catch and shoot. Doesn't need the ball in his hands offensively as much. That's not his primary focus. He can do it. It doesn't have to be that guy. He is a defense-first guy, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. And that is obviously what you're bringing someone like him in to do. But I think he still has more potential to be a 20-plus point a night guy if needed to be. And so I think from Cleveland's standpoint, bringing Kyle Anderson just doesn't make sense. Dillon Brooks would be a great fit. I personally don't know why Memphis would make such trades with Cleveland unless Cleveland was throwing in, like I said, like multiple first-round picks to get Dillon Brooks with relatively lenient protections so that Memphis could get some good picks down the road. Maybe they flip those, or maybe they use those to try and acquire good young talent and draft well like they have done for the last few years. But let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about the Dillon Brooks and Kyle Anderson rumors to the Cleveland Cavaliers, Memphis fans, and Cleveland fans alike. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. I'm curious to see what you think. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new for more content like this throughout this offseason and moving in towards the start of the NBA season. That being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one.